that over the last couple years, my safety feeling at Hope has definitely gone down. You know, when I first came here at college, like, I thought it was gonna be, great, and just being known as Holland and like being a very welcoming community, and everyone was so friendly, and a lot of people never talked about just the bad.
Freshman year, I thought that if people think Hope was scary, then you grew up in a privileged area. But now I totally changed. I live a block, like 3 houses down from Minute Mart, and I'm scared to go there alone. I need to have a friend with me or someone talking on the phone with me just to go 2 doors down at night. So it's changed a lot just because of experience and like learning what goes down in Holland.
I think over the last couple of years, especially what's gone on during the time of the election, it just felt like there was no safety at all, especially for those of us who were colored, just because it seemed as though we were the ones being attacked. I had a friend who was an RA, and she had students that were Phelps scholars, and she said a lot of them got attacked physically, like food thrown on them, spit on them. And hearing about that through the president was, really heartbreaking, and made me feel like it really wasn't a safe place for people of color, and especially myself, being a woman. And I had another friend actually who was followed by a guy in a car, and she went to go press the campus safety button for help that are around campus that are supposed to be active and up and running, and it didn't work. And so I just thought to myself, what if he had actually like pulled out a weapon on her, or just dragged her into the car and kidnapped her? Like, that campus safety was supposed to be something for her to press if she ever felt the need that she was in danger. So it was just kind of discouraging when I heard all that stuff, and it really just, I lost my faith in the safety around this campus, and have learned to just kind of look out for myself.
Oh, I don't trust those emergency things. The blue emergency sticks. I don't trust those. I always kind of try and see which one is close. If someone attacks me, I can run to that one. But I don't really trust those, so I usually have my phone open, or I'm talking to someone on the phone, or I just have my phone already pulled up, already on the dial thing, so I could if I needed to type in 911 or campus safety, it's already there.
People really don't care and can do anything at any time. I mean, obviously more times at night, I think, is probably when I'm the most cautious, but even during the day, people are ruthless and don't care, and that really scares me.
Last year, well, we had a bike stolen, which is not that bad, but it's okay, lock up your bikes, put them behind the house so people can't see it. When we came back from Christmas break, my neighbor came over to me and said, "Hey, we saw someone jiggling your lock and trying to get in," and I opened the window and I started recording him on my camera, and when he noticed that I was recording him, he ran away. So he did have someone try to break in. And then one day my roommate came home and she saw that all of her laundry was on the floor. And she was like, "What? All my laundry's on the floor. Did you guys do this?" She was blaming us, what's going on? Did one of your friends, did you, you can tell me if you wanted to borrow some clothes. So weeks go by, and I'm thinking, oh, she's just crazy. She doesn't really get what's going on. But then my one roommate said, "Hey, this might sound weird, but are some of your underwear missing?" And one of my other friends goes, the friend who had the laundry all over her room, was saying, "Oh my gosh, wait, all my underwear is missing too." And my room is just a complete mess, so I don't know what's missing or what's not. And then we started talking about it to other girls on our block, like saying, hey, has this happened to other people? And it had. Apparently, a girl's house, like filled with 5 girls, like a few doors down, their house got broken into and their dirty underwear were stolen. And that's the creepy thing. It wasn't the clean underwear. Like, they didn't touch the drawers. They went to, like, the laundry baskets, and that's what's really weird and unsettling. I didn't feel that way because I didn't think any of mine were stolen, because he probably just saw my pig-style lifestyle and was like, nope, not that. That's a boy, and, like, shut the door or something. But, it's just weird. We start noticing things in our house that were missing. Like, my roommate's key was missing from her door, like from her bedroom door, which she always keeps it in there. And just knowing that someone strange has been in that space was really weird. So then we had to get our locks changed and stuff.
A lot of these sexual assaults or just incidents that are happen at night to, like, especially young women. People will be jogging and get assaulted or yelled at, or be trying to lure in those young women. But also people could be following you, and it's really scary, especially if you're a woman. Like, you just kind of have to always watch your back, because you just never know. And that shouldn't be something that we have to, like, constantly do. So it kind of just makes me scared to walk at night, and I try not to do it unless I really need to.
A close friend of mine, she was walking home. She lived in Collin, and she's walking home on campus. This is on campus. This is not off campus. She's walking home 2 blocks at night. She's not drunk. She did homework. I mean, not that it should matter what she was wearing if she was drinking or anything, but just so you know. And it was like 10 p.m. Wasn't even that late. So she's walking home to her on-campus dorm. And apparently these people who were driving in a van start to, like, talk to her. And she is a nice person. She just kind of kept walking, but, you know, started, like, was like, I'm okay, tried to ignore them, and, you know, she felt uncomfortable. She didn't know what to do. And apparently one just, like, came up to her, and she was kind of, like, really still uncomfortable, and he kept on saying things like, what are you doing, trying to talk to her. And then at one point the van stopped, and, like, 5 guys got out of the van, and they, like, tried to, like, push her head down and try to, like, grab her to get her in the van. And she, like, still deals with mental health and, like, PTSD of the night. You know, sometimes when her heart starts racing, she, like, can see their faces. She has to deal with all the stuff that goes with, like, trauma. The story ends on a happy note, though, because she kicked him in the balls and punched him in the face and ran. Such a trooper. But, like, the fact that she even had to do that is crazy.
With my situation with my friend that was followed by a male in a car, I think by Hope just constantly checking those campus safety call buttons to making sure they're working and running properly is a really big thing, because you never know when an incident is going to happen on campus, and it could be between strangers, it could be between a Hope student, non-Hope student, or it could be 2 Hope students. You know, it's really just, they're supposed to be there for convenience, and I think it's important that they actually work. Hope has, like, tried changing that, and, you know, is working on it still. So I think we really need to be very cautious of our community and keep each other informed and try to help, and maybe even have a forum to make sure that, to give the community a voice and what they feel would help the community a lot better to be much, much safer.
What can Hope do to make me feel safer? Definitely testing out the emergency blue call buttons, making sure those work. This wouldn't make me feel safer because I'm a major, but I think Hope could make the campus safe if they changed their drinking policy, because a lot of people, or a lot of kids do things that they wouldn't have if Hope was more open about their drinking policy. It's a college, people are going to drink, and ignoring it and pretending like it doesn't happen isn't helping anyone. People would go home, people would go to their dorms, people would let their RAs know if something was happening.
Yeah, I think I just make sure that people that I do know are safe and, not too in the wrong state of mind in order to get home, and there's more people like that at the party. I also make sure there's not sketchy people at the party, because that's a really big problem. A lot of college kids kind of get out of hand and, just don't know their limits, which is the reason why a lot of the situations do happen. I've been at a party where I didn't know majority of the people, and I got assaulted, or touched in a wrong way, and I didn't know the majority of the people at the party, and I feel like that tends to play a bigger role. So I kind of just make sure I feel comfortable as well, and also watch what others are consuming, and especially myself too, just you can never be too safe. And if there's a designated driver, that's always nice, and it always helps people out to make sure that other people get home safely, and I'm able to get home safely and not have to walk.
Before I decide to leave a party at night, I always walk with someone now. And there has been cases of people trying to assault people who are even in groups, like even two girls or two friends walking home together. There has been cases of people going up to them. Sometimes I'm even scared to just walk with another friend, which is crazy, because I would walk all over campus when I was a freshman alone, totally fine. And now I feel unsafe walking with a friend.
I think that a lot of people should understand that this isn't a place where it's, just always happy and always, everything's always good. It's everywhere has good and bad. And I think we need to acknowledge that, other than trying to sweep it under the rug and act like nothing ever happened.
I guess just this is gonna sound cliche, but just general societal norms. Catcalling is still a thing. Victim blaming still a thing. Even though Hope plays a part of it, it has less to do with Hope and more to do with just society in general, of why I feel unsafe.
We just need to have a better communication with the board and the students here, and the presidents, and really make this a community and not just about this is how we're going to run the school. We're the students that come here, and we're what keeps this going. And I think they owe it to us to make this a safer place and make it something where we're proud of and proud to call home.